ਪ੍ਰੋਵਿੰਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਰਕਰਸ ਦੀ ਹੜਤਾਲ ਦੇ ਮੱਦੇਨਜ਼ਰ ਫੋਰਟ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਧੂ ਵਿੱਤੀ ਮਦਦ ਲਈ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਆਖਿਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਵਿੱਤੀ ਮਦਦ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪਲਾਨ ਟੂ ਕੈਚ ਆ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇਗੀ। ਇਸ ਪਲਾਨ ਤਹਿਤ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਦਦ, ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਆਂ ਲਈ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਸਪਲਾਈਜ਼ ਦਾ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਲਈ ਹੋਰ ਸਾਜੋ ਸਾਮਾਨ ਮੁਹੱਈਆ ਕਰਵਾਏ ਜਾਣਗੇ।
We're really here to outline the next steps in Ontario government is taking to help students catch up after 2 difficult years of learning disruption. We all know how challenging COVID was on people across the province, but it impacted nearly every part of our lives, but few people felt those impacts more than Ontario students. And parents know, because they've seen it firsthand, that the constant disruptions, the union-driven strikes and the global pandemic, all of this has impacted children in our province. And it's set them back in reading, writing, and math, a trend we are seeing across this country and the Western world. From the United Kingdom to the United States to all provinces in this federation, students are falling behind. And while this is a global challenge, Ontario has a plan to help kids catch up on their studies, and it starts with keeping kids in class without disruption right to June. This isn't a slogan, it is a necessity to get kids back on track. They must stay in class in front of their educators, getting back to the basics of learning. We cannot improve math scores if children face the perennial threat of strikes or withdrawing services where kids don't get a report card to assess their academic performance. Fortunately, Ontario's government has a plan, and it is supported by an historic investment for students in providing innovative, proven new tools to improve math, reading, and writing. The government is funding education at the highest levels ever recorded in the province's history. And this year, our government is investing almost $35 billion to ensure that kids have the tools and the supports and resources it needs to give them the best shot at success. That includes $600 million more for this school year compared to the year prior. Now, in addition, we've delivered a 426% increase to support student mental health. We have delivered an historic high in special education, $92 million more this year alone. And in practical terms, it means 3,200 more educational assistants are in our schools since we took office to help those with special needs. This record investment has led to more than 8,000 more staff working in our schools since we came to office, including nearly 1,000 more frontline educators. Now, to confront the global trend of academic decline, we have developed Ontario's plan to catch up with over $600 million of investment to give kids all the supports they need to get back on track after the disruption. And obviously, this plan is anchored by a simple fact. To achieve academic success, our kids need to be in the classroom. Notre priorité est que les enfants soient en classe. Now, we're tackling this challenge head on. Today, we're building upon our plan by including and increasing support to Ontario students, to our schools, and yes, to Ontario parents. First, we are expanding tutoring supports until the end of the fiscal year in every school board in this province, with a focus on math and literacy, with more than $175 million provided. This free, publicly funded tutoring program will support even more students as they catch up. And to date, 170,000 students have benefited, over 22,000 with special education needs. We know this extension will go a long way to help more children in more schools get the supports they need.